Proposal of Lean Applications of Tier 1 Machining. Team members Sumanth, Serena Leanne, Chris, and Connor.
Our target industry is called Tier 1, which is an industry that providing precision machining and manufacturing, purchasing and assembly solutions for engineered parts and assembly, and is found in 2003. The entire building is around 140,000 square feet, but they only used 60,000 square feet. So there are plenty of room for expansion. And the total employee there are around 70, and the main principals are Mike Alsogna, Joe Young, and Rick Hall. They also have cooperation with different other industries as well as several customer sites. Like before, Tier 1 was even established, and they were owned by previous companies. Their expertise was developed with Sorvo, then they furthered their expertise with DuPont, and finally, after gaining the machining and assets from Kenjo Lab. In order to know the facility better, we went to a facility tour at their location in Newtown, Connecticut. We were toured by their engineer, Mr. Sam Montefosco, and their machinist, Rafael Alves. Through the tour, we were showed their main working area. Different projects were ongoing at the same time, but in different rooms. After the brief tour, we had an interview with the engineer, Mr. Montefosco, about different questions. And from the interview, we knew their current problems right now and their structures and what is their strong points and what's their weakness.
There are 4 main problems, the first being overproduction. The main cause is due to issues on the customer's end. However, also, Tier 1 anticipates their orders from forecasting, based on previous quarters or years. The second big issue is 100% inspection. This causes excess usage of testing equipment, manpower, time, and other non-value-added resources. Thirdly, there is a lot of disorganization of production units. No longer used machining and grinding equipment were taking up space that could be used to incorporate new machines. Many unwanted shelves and racks were at the assembly line, and there was improper, unorganized maintenance of fixtures. The fourth and final issue is the lack of product travelers. Mislabeling items in boxes that will go between different departments during the manufacturing processes causes confusion. Misplacement of products can waste a great deal of time. The goal of our improvements are to reduce major wastes, like time in production processes, to standardize procedures such as reduction of mixing different jobs, reduce 100% inspection, and implement 5S.
During our visit at Taiwan, what we have encountered was that there were a lot of non-value added and unwanted equipment and materials in the grinding and machining. Also, we have seen that there were a lot of unwanted shelves and racks at the assembly line which are not being used productively. In our tour, we have understood that for the subtractive manufacturing in the company, fixtures are very important. But these fixtures are not being maintained in an organized manner. This would be a huge challenge because these fixtures are usually available in different sizes, and this would create a lot of confusion due to improper maintenance. Also, we have come across that there is lack of standard procedures in order to transport products from one department to other department, leading to a lot of confusions and time delays for final deliveries. Upon interviewing few employees at Taiwan, we have come across few other major problems like overproduction, 100% inspection, which are not at all profitable for the company because these will lead to wastage of a lot of resources in the company. Proposed lean improvements are Firstly, in order to reduce overproduction, one of the best ideas would be to changing the business model to just in time and make products per order. This will eliminate inventory, resulting in more efficiency and reduced costs. Second, in order to reduce 100% inspection, major problems in the company is currently they don't have enough dimensional and mechanical data, so we have suggested on start collecting the data first. Upon collecting the data, various statistical analysis like gauge R&R and process capability must be performed in order to understand how stable and repeatable are the processes. This will help the company in establishing a random sampling plan with a CPK greater than 1.33 at 95% confidence interval. Other solution which we proposed is implementing 5S. During our visit, we have encountered that facility is pretty unorganized and there were lack of space to incorporate new machines that company was planning. So by implementing 5S, these things can get much organized and much profitable for the company. Also, there were no proper travelers being maintained for labeling the products, and while transporting them between various departments, they are being misplaced, leading to many confusions. So by maintaining proper travelers with specific part and job numbers assigned, this problem will be rectified. Also, in order to reduce the overall product delivery time, maintaining the manufacturing as per the takt time will help the company a lot.
To properly reduce overproduction, it will take about 18 to 24 weeks. To reduce 100% inspection, after gathering data, it will take 2 to 4 weeks. To implement 5S will take 4 weeks, and to standardize, it will take also 4 weeks.
Cost will be focused mainly towards employee training and the resources for it. Most of the cost will go towards the 5S training and the supplies for it, such as Kanban boards, labels, tape, and other miscellaneous supplies. However, employee engagement is the main factor for this to all work. In addition to the proposed improvements, we will make use of the unused shelving space as well as clear out any unused equipment and apply 5S methodologies to the process of clearing those out. This will require significant time and effort on the employee's part as well. Our goal is to minimize the downtime at work for these projects and implement the biggest changes during downtime throughout the course of the year. We have considered dedicating one current employee to focus on leading the project and make sure there is a thorough and cost-measured plan for it. We estimate the main changes to take place over the first year if all goes to plan. The second year will focus on monitoring the changes and improving in areas if possible. To decrease cost, we plan on reducing inventory as well as overproduction. The just-in-time production method will alleviate wasting space for the products and materials. Before the training and implementation projects, we plan to put 5S and lean display boards around the facility to educate the workers before they get fully trained. Our plan is to focus on using resources currently in place more effectively to create value as well. The current sampling methods are outdated, which waste material as well as time. The main focus for all of this will be to sustain the changes, and this is why the employee engagement and training is key to the longevity of the project. It is also important to keep an eye on new technologies and methods for the manufacturing process and not just worry about what is going on now. A lot of small changes will be implemented now, such as ensuring labels are corrected and all inventory is accounted for and put in their proper locations.
So here is the value stream map that we came up for the company. And the suppliers and customer are just examples here. So they could have multiple suppliers and customers based on their conditions. And the lead time and value added time are based on their working schedule. And each steps here could be assigned by different projects, but they have to be remembered that the last step will be the least essential step because it was this time. The other data is based on the company's conditions, and then we made this VSM to analyze for them to make it better.